Good afternoon, George Cavaligos for HFT Bonds. Sorry about the quality here. I'm videoing from home. The internet in the office went down today. It was down when I got home. It must have been some big area-wide outage here. Came back up. Of course, I hope you guys, bought the market. We nailed that 130, 112 level last night real well. I don't know how much better you can get. We hit it on the dot. I didn't buy 12s, but you know what? I bought 14s, I think. Yeah, 14s. And I got out too early, as usual, but that's okay. We made money. I did not expect this, blast-off trade. I thought we'd mark some time again, go up a little bit, back and fill, go up a little bit more later, that kind of a trade. I did not expect this big launch up to, 130, 129 plus, yeah, or the bonds up to 144.06. Sitting here as I got home, I went and ran some fib extensions off of the recent lows. The low at 131.04 and the low last night at 131.12. If you do the equal swings measurement, guess what the objective is? C equals A at 131.29. And in the bonds, I think the high was 06. C equals A off the same time frame lows was at 144.04. I missed that whole trade. By the time I got home and was on the phone with Comcast and got the internet back up, it had already gone up to 29 and down to, what, 24, 25. We've come off a little bit more. We're just after the pit closes here. We're trading 131.23. We did 1.7 million 10-years today, and the market closed up 4 ticks. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a bull to me. That still, I'm in that, bearish corrective trade idea here. I think there's some chances that either that 131.29 level could have marked an important high. I will be very interested to see overnight if we retest that level. I will try a short there, obviously, if I see any kind of reversal behaviors. And on the downside here, I want to try and buy it a little bit tonight again, like last night, because we're seeing the sort of Asian sell the bond thing the last couple nights. I'm not sure we're going to see that tonight because of the equity weakness, but they've come back quite a bit. The S&P is only down 3 now. The Nasdaq's only down 7.5. Does that hammer the Asian markets? They were down pretty good last night. Maybe they were the ones that signaled to us that our equities were a little bit overdone and they were going to come off. It's interesting. We got to keep an eye on these Asian markets. I'm hoping we get a bit of a pullback tonight. It's again, I'm still a little concerned because we're getting, open interest fell yesterday. With all the bullish Treasury news, we're only up 4 ticks. There are some warning signs out there that people aren't buying into the whole bullish trade here. Perhaps it's the auctions next week. Again, remember, there's only 4 buybacks next week instead of the usual 5, and I think most of them are concentrated towards the the shorter end, the 5-year part of the curve. So I'm looking for a pullback tonight. I was looking, maybe we could see a pullback down to the old highs at 21. Maybe we go to the gap fill to last night's settlement at 19 plus. If we start trading 19 plus 21, I'm going to be on a reversal alert. That 12 level gave you a couple really nice doji candle buy signals this morning. It was early. I think it was around 5:30 when it happened. Look at a 5-minute chart. Look at a 30-minute candlestick chart. I'm looking for those types of things. If you see a doji, that tells you there's, an indecisive move or the move's running out of gas, and then you take out the high of the doji on increasing volume, like we did this morning, and the 10-year was a perfect buy signal. You bought 14s, and you're risking what, 2.5 ticks. All you had to do was risk the lows. You should have had your low below 10 plus, or you stopped below 10 plus. We never got there. Would have been a perfect trade. Of course, I got out a little early. I should have trailed a stop, but actually, I'm glad I got out when I did, because the internet going down in the office, I would have been flying blind and had no idea where everything was, and would have been stuck with a position anyway. Another thing, remember, try to, when you're dealing with these futures broking platforms, try to put in GTC orders that go from your computer to the server. And if your computer goes down for whatever reason, your stop and maybe your get out trade, I always try to put in a stop and an OCO, an MIT, to get me out of the same trade that I'm getting into. So, remember that. Always put them on GTC in case your computer goes down. It's a good tip. And always have the phone number of your broker's order desk handy and your account number handy. Write them down somewhere. Write them down everywhere, as long as they're on your body, whatever. So, okay, trading 23 plus right now. The low since the high has been 23 in the 10 years, and I want to say the low in the bonds has been 22. And we're sitting right here on the lows. Be careful buying this dip tonight. I think you're okay. Fridays have been somewhat friendly lately. Problem is, the last couple Fridays we'd put in the low overnight, vicious lows. Actually the lows of the moves that we've seen over the last couple weeks have been, Thursday night into Friday morning, and then we get the bullish reversal type trade. So be very careful buying them tonight. Make sure you have good tight stops, and probably try to get out early tomorrow too, because the East Coast has got a big snowstorm coming. It's not supposed to hit until the latter part of the day, but I imagine early part of Friday people will be heading out early. I think I'll be heading out early tomorrow too. It's been a pretty good week. I don't want to risk, the after Europe close at 10:30 Chicago time getting chopped up trade hanging around here. I imagine by 10:30, Chicago time tomorrow, I'll be done and I'll be gone. So have a great night, guys. See you tomorrow.